In this episode, I tell you how to embrace everything in excess.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 214 of the Daily Mother. Yeah, Swole. Yeah. Look at those pipes. Look at the gun show. Hold on. Let me get a little bit. Let me close in there a little bit so you can admire. Wait till we get 360-degree cameras that are broadcasting live, that are mainstream. You'll be able to see my mass in 360-degree fashion. You can swipe on the screen and see just the density of my existence. So little would you know it, but I have the density, I have the mass of a dying sun. I am absolutely Swolenormous. Funny story before I officially start the show. Well, I did officially start the show, but before I get into the topic, the logo on my shirt, I was at the bank today waiting in line. I get to the front and I'm filling out a slip and she goes, "Is that you on your shirt? Is that you on your shirt?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, it is. Does it look like me?" And I didn't make any facial expressions, obviously, because he's just like a stone cold badass. And she laughed, and yeah, I'm like, I'm Papa Swoleo fucking Normous. No, I didn't say that. But what I did say was that today is episode 214 of the Daily Mother Swole, and we're talking about everything in excess. And this is one of the topics that I discussed, I think, in my first Driving While Gaining. If you haven't checked out my Driving While Gaining series on YouTube, it was episode 1. It was talking about everything in excess. And it's funny that I mentioned that and that it's all tying in because today I have a big announcement about DWG and some new stuff that I'm launching about that. Hold on, gas. False alarm. Everything in excess is a way to get everything done. It's a mentality. It's a way of life. It's pretty much a mental scheduling and a mental approach to your daily habits and to your mindset and your vision for where you are today and where you want to go with your life. A lot of you are going through a 9 to 5. You're not necessarily in a rut, but you have a routine, you have a schedule, and sometimes those schedules can run long, 12, 13, 14 plus hour days, and you're wondering where you have time for things, whether you have time to work out, you're stressed, you feel like you can't get what you need to get accomplished, and you might just feel like your back's up against the wall. I have adopted everything in excess. I've been talking about this for months and months and months when I first started Swolenormous. I officially launched this whole campaign. Everything in excess is a way where you can have more without sacrifice and you can get it done. And it's just the mindset, it's the mental approach to your day with scheduling, discipline, and consistency. So we're about to jump right into number 1, scheduling, and how that makes a big difference. How you think about it can make a big difference in how much you actually get done. Again, welcome to everyone on Facebook Live. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube, and thank you for listening in on SoundCloud and iTunes on the podcast. So wherever you find Papa Swolenormous, I hope I am blowing up your ears, blowing up your face. And I've been wearing this shirt for 2 or 3 days straight, so lucky for you, I'm not blowing up your nose. Just kidding, kind of. Scheduling. Your scheduling and your approach to your day. You're going to have either a set schedule or it's going to change. When it comes to fitness, when it comes to things that you want to do, if you're passionate, if you really enjoy it, if you have a desire to accomplish building muscle, losing fat, creating a business, anything that you want to do, you can have. And this kind of branches off some of the conversations I've been having a little bit more recently, off the lens, so to speak, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, people that are struggling with scheduling, having enough time to get things done, and are setting themselves up for excuses. They say they're not making excuses, but they are making excuses because they're justifying. And making justifications is the same thing as making an excuse. You're making a false reason on false pretenses that you can't do something, which is essentially an excuse. You're just categorizing it differently. You're categorizing it as a justification rather than what it is. It's a fucking excuse. It takes scheduling. It takes planning. So if you have a tight schedule, you need to actually put the time into it, put the 10 minutes, the 15 minutes, the half an hour, There's a reason why there are programs like P90X going 30 minutes or Insanity T25 30 minutes. There's a lot of workout programs that go 30 minutes in length because 30 minutes is a lot of time if you use it properly. So scheduling within a workout and scheduling for your workout, it can be done 3, 4, 5 days a week, 15 minutes twice a day, half an hour once a day, 4 or 5 days a week. You cannot tell me that if you don't want it bad enough, you don't work 20 hours a day. I know you don't. You don't work 20 hours a day. Oh, but I have family, but I have this, and I have to drive home, and I'm beat, and I'm tired. Then you get up earlier and do it before work. Oh, well, I get up at 4 or 5. Then you do it after work, and you suck it up. You take some pre-workout, have a cup of coffee, and you get it done. Bottom line, if you want to get it done bad enough, if you want it bad enough, you get it done. I've been doing the Daily Swole. I've been doing it every single day for 214 straight days. Haven't missed a day on days where I didn't feel like doing it, on days where I felt great, on days where I got no sleep, on days when I got a ton of sleep, on days when I was hungover. I've done this show every single day. And you don't feel like it every day. Here's the thing. You're not going to feel like it every day. You might get into it. You might like it. You appreciate it. You want the discipline. But right now at 12 o'clock, it's so habitual that no matter where I am, it's just a part of my day. I don't even think about it. At 12 o'clock, I'm doing this. And it's just become the standard. So you have to create that standard for yourself. You have to create that importance in your life. And if you don't, then it's not going to get done. But you have to make it so it's not only just a schedule, it's a necessity. It is cemented. That is what you're doing at that time. This is what's happening. This is what's going to be done, and there's nothing else to do about it. You'll pay your rent on a certain day. Well, your rent is due at your workout. Your rent is due when you have to work on your business or work on your project or whatever you're doing. You need to make it so it's non-negotiable. And that's one of the things with a live broadcast. If I was doing daily YouTube videos, I could post them at 10 in the morning. I could skip a day. No one's going to get all butthurt. But a live broadcast at a certain time is done, done, done. Sure, sometimes it's 12:10. Sometimes it's 12:05. But you guys get notifications. So it's not the biggest deal in the world if it's at 12. You guys know that I'm coming on at this time. Okay? Nothing's perfect in life, but it gets done. And there's always ways to improve, but you have to be able to give yourself the opportunity to make those improvements. Discipline. You got to do it. Discipline. And I always say motivation is bullshit. Motivation is surface. You're going to be motivated on Monday. You're going to feel like shit on Tuesday. You're going to feel okay on Wednesday. You're going to feel shitty again on Thursday, and then Friday you're going to feel great because it's almost a freaking weekend. But discipline will get it done no matter what you feel like. Motivation is going to go up and down. Motivation is a fleeting surface feeling. It's going to feel good. You're not going to feel good. You're going to be excited. You're not going to be excited. But discipline says, I'm doing it today. I feel good. I'm doing it today. I feel shitty today. I'm doing it today. I feel okay. I'm doing it today. You're doing it every day. You're doing it every day no matter what. That's discipline. And consistency is literally similar. It's just doing it and being regular with it. Discipline is getting it done, and consistency is continuing it to get it done over a long period of time. And fitness doesn't come quick. You're not going to get in shape in a month. You're not going to get all your results in 3 months. You're not going to get all your results in 6 months. It's accumulation. If you set an unrealistic goal, you're not going to be satisfied because you're not going to get the way I look in a year. You're not going to get the way I look in a couple years, chances are, unless you're a genetic freak. It's an accumulation of building up and building up and building up. And there's a reason why I can maintain my physique without artificial anabolics and slacking on my diet is because I've created that habit and that foundation from scheduling, discipline, and consistency. I worked out when I didn't feel like it, when it was inconvenient, when I was tired, when I was working 17 to 18-hour days. I just did it. I scheduled it, I did it, and I've been doing it for 14, 15 years. Okay, so it's those three things: scheduling, discipline, and then consistency. So it doesn't just happen overnight. You have to do it, and you have to keep on doing it. And if you think you're going to get results in a month, you're shit out of luck. 3 months, you're shit out of luck. 6 months, you're shit out of luck. You can make a lot of progress. You can make a lot of progress and get yourself started, but you are literally SOL if you think you are going to get there in that short period of time. I just hit my microphone. So the podcast just got jostled a little bit. Just took a shot to the jaw. So there's always time. There's always time. You just have to find it, and you have to make it important, make it a priority. If something is a priority to you, you'll get it done. If you're in a relationship and that person is a priority to you and for you, you will make the time to spend with that person. You will make the effort, and it takes that priority to get that consistency. You have to make your fitness and your results a priority. You can always change your life. This is one of the final points we're going to make on this, because if you have a brutal schedule, if you work super long days, then guess what? You can tell me this story. Tell me the sob story that you work super long days, and I work 14-hour days and 15-hour days and 16-hour days, and I'm beat after work, and I'm tired. I just can't find the time, and I can't do this. You can tell me all these things and then tell me you're not making an excuse, and let me know when you wake up, because I am not going to make that excuse for you. You're going to tell me this story, I'm going to be like, okay, well, then you don't really want it. I'm going to tell you the truth. And people ask me this, and they ask me these questions, and I tell them the truth. You don't want it. If you wanted it, you would do it. If you don't want it, then you're not going to do it, and that's fine. That's where people get this offense or this level of like maybe getting offended, is because they think, oh my God, he's insulting me. No, if you don't want it, then don't do it. If you want it, you'll do it. If you say you want to do it and you don't do it, then you don't really want it. It's not complicated. A lot of things in life are much more black and white than you're making it out to be. It's not, oh my God, I don't have time. It's so busy. Oh, I have this schedule. I work all these hours. I'm so tired after work. Then fucking take a bump of coke and go pump some fucking iron. Don't do drugs. You need to get amped. Take some pre-workout, have an espresso, have a shot, and go fucking do it. Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I don't like what I see, and then go do something about it. Enough pussyfooting around the fact that you're not doing it because you don't really want it bad enough. But you're going to wake up in a couple days. It's going to feel like a couple days, and it'll actually be a few years or a couple decades. You're going to be fat, out of shape, have disease, and you're not going to be able to reverse it. And you're never going to be able to get that lean physique back because your hormone profile and your body is so jacked up, you can't reverse it. You might lose a little bit of weight, but you'll be struggling the rest of your life, and eventually, boom, you'll die. And you'll be immobile. You'll be not being able to touch your toes. You'll have pain. You'll be in a wheelchair. You're going to have issues. Do it now. Stop making excuses. Don't stop looking for something to be fun. Oh, I want to find a fun workout program. I like this. I like Zumba. I like that. Fine. I made a snap on Zumba, how it sucks yesterday, and people were messaging me, but at least they're not sitting at home watching a movie. I'm like, fine, they're not sitting at home watching a movie, but they're also not building their bone density or doing something that's really going to help them. And I'm not saying never do Zumba. That's fine. If that gets you off, that's fine. But you got to pair it off with things that are going to help you be functional and healthy for the rest of your life. Build bone density, lift some weights, do Zumba a couple times a week or do it after, but get your weights in. Get your actual functional training in. Do things that are going to help you. Stop doing these jumping around crazy-ass CrossFit and group exercise classes that just jack your tendons up and that are causing injury. Stop trying to set a fucking record for how many balls you can throw against a wall. Who gives a shit? It doesn't apply to life. Are you a ball thrower for a profession? Then maybe. If you're a shot putter, then maybe. But there's no point. If you're a firefighter or a police officer, I can see doing random exercise and doing random training that can be effective. I get it. But if you're the average person, stop being a tard and stop exercising and doing movements that are going to hurt you rather than help you. Train for a result. If you want to look a certain way, then you have to train a certain way to look a certain way, and you have to do it. And you're not going to like it. It's not going to be fun, but it's going to work. And if you want it to be entertaining, guess what? It's not going to work as well. Fun doesn't work, because if you're looking for fun, you're going to do something that entertains you, that stimulates you. Ooh, I like this. Well, I like a spa. I like to get a massage. I like to eat bacon. Well, bacon's good. I like to do a lot of things that don't promote my advances towards my goal with my company, with Swolenormous, or with my physique. There's a lot of shit I do in the gym. You're going to go to the gym and you're going to do curls and you're going to do a set after a set. And it's going to be this movement. It's going to be this movement. And it's going to be pressing. It's going to be pressing. And it's going to be squatting. And it's boring and it's going to hurt and it's going to feel uncomfortable and you're going to feel nauseous. You might feel dizzy and it's going to burn. You're going to be sore for a few days after. And you're going to have to do it again and again and again and again. And then in a couple months, if you're eating properly and you're doing it consistently and the right way, then you might see some results. That's not a motivating concept to a lot of people. That's why people don't get started. Well, that's what it takes. If you don't like it, then don't fucking do it, but stop making the excuse and saying that you want to do it and then not doing a goddamn thing about it. Because honestly, it's pissing me off. If you want it, you'll do it. If you don't, then don't. Don't waste your time. Don't waste my ear space. Get it done or don't. Thank you for joining me for episode 214 of the Daily Mother Swole. Don't look to anyone to make your excuses for you. Don't make justifications for laziness or for lack of action. Either do it or don't do it. I'm not angry at you. I don't care if you work out. It doesn't affect me at all. I want you to be in shape, and I'm here giving you this information because it can help you. If you want it, you do. If you don't, you don't. But don't lie to yourself and say you do and then sit on your ass and do nothing. If you want it, you'll do it. Prioritize it. Make it number one and watch what happens. I'll see you all tomorrow for episode 215 of the Daily Mother Swole. And remember, before I sign off, driving while gaining on my YouTube channel, 106 episodes. If you know already, youtube.com/Swolenormous. Driving while gaining is a great series where I literally take pre-workout and I'm stuck in traffic in Florida where people are half dead and they drive like shit, or they're not from this country and they don't know that there are actually lines on the road. I take pre-workout, I'm in traffic, and I rage. I rage on fitness topics, and there's things, people cut me off. A lot of shit goes awry. It just goes off the rails. It is now a Q&A format, so you can message me here on Facebook on my page. You can message me on Snapchat. You can hit me up on Instagram. Ask me a question, a fitness question. Ask me fitness stuff, and you may be featured on Driving While Gaining. I'll even give you a shout out. I'll put your little name, whether it's Instagram or whether it's Snapchat, and your question below. I'll rep you. If you don't want your last name, your full name or whatever place, you can mark it in the comments. Make sure you don't send me a video message when you ask me the question because I want to save and take a screenshot. But send me a question to be featured on Driving While Gaining, and I'll rage on your question. So remember, thank you for joining me for episode 214. Thanks for listening on SoundCloud, iTunes, watching me live on Facebook at 12 every day on my Facebook page, Swolenormous, and also on the YouTube. Check out the gear pinned to the top of the Facebook page, Papa Swolenormous. You get a shirt with my likeness. It's going to ship in about a week or two. If you want to get it before Christmas as a Swole gift, you might have to get a massive box to fit these gains in, but you can get rush shipping and get it before December 24th. So check that out at the link teespring.com/Swolenormous. It's also pinned to the top of my Facebook page. Share to inspire, share this broadcast, let people know that there are gains to be made, and they're to be made right fucking here. Peace out. I will see everyone tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time for 215. Later.